thing left a message.
If it's not a ghost, what is it?
Welcome back, guys, and today we're going to continue our trend of talking about demonic possession movies. We're going to be talking about Paranormal Activity, which is a 2007 found footage horror film that is directed, produced, shot, written, all of the above by Oren Peli. The film stars Katie Featherson and Micah Sloat as themselves, which just adds to the creepiness factor of it that they aren't actual actors. Paranormal Activity revitalized the horror genre and started the whole found footage craze that we saw for years and years afterwards. It's not the first of its kind, though. The very first found footage movie was Blair Witch Project, and I believe that was in '99. But the reason I want to talk about Paranormal Activity is because Blair Witch Project didn't have the same impact on the culture and on cinema in general like this movie did. Part of the reason why this movie is more impactful than Blair Witch Project is because it takes place in the comfort of your own home, and it takes place in the most vulnerable part of your home, your bedroom. It takes all of the effective qualities of the Blair Witch Project, like having unknown actors, having a very clever viral marketing campaign, and it makes it more personal, which tapped into audiences' fear like nothing before. The story of the film is pretty simple. It follows Katie and Micah, and they just moved into this new house, and night by night they become increasingly more disturbed by this demonic presence that seemed to latch on to Katie. Later in the film, you figure out that the demon is connected to Katie's past, her childhood, and her family, which gets further explored in the second and third movies. What these other sequels didn't do as well as this first movie, though, as well as all of the found footage movies that came after this, it maintained the sense of realism, and it maintained a sense of simplicity with not showing the audience everything. There's so many scenes in this movie where they don't take the camera to different parts of the house, and you have to rely on your imagination. Nowadays, with all the found footage movies that you've seen like everything, and it feels like they've just been trying to top one after the next. Studios realized that found footage movies were a very cost-effective way to make a movie. They're very cheap to make, very easy to produce, but they make the most profit back. At least that's what they saw from the sequels afterwards. You can make the most profit back from these movies. But Paranormal Activity was lightning in a bottle that will never be recaptured again. And the movie still holds up in 2024. The scenes at nighttime with this ambient sound in the background has you on the edge of your seat the entire time because you're looking around the frame like, oh, did I see something there? Is something going to happen there? You have no idea what's going to go on. Eventually, even in the daytime, you don't feel safe because the demon starts getting progressively more aggressive and attacking them at different random moments. The tension just constantly builds and you never feel like you could get a breath. The ending is chilling, and not being able to see what's going on downstairs just is so effective. And like I said, it lets the audience's imagination run wild. And it doesn't really matter what ending you do watch. I know there's the original ending, there's a theatrical ending, and then there's the alternate ending. I don't really have a preference on which one I like more. You should go check them out if you haven't seen them. You could just go watch them on YouTube. I do see why they did the theatrical ending because it's more open-ended, and that way they can make more sequels and in turn make more cha-ching.
Show me the money!
I think it's also like the most effective ending they had in there, so I think they went with the right choice. Paranormal Activity is a must-watch at Halloween, so definitely go rewatch it or check it out for the first time if you haven't seen it. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode of 31 Days of Horror.